boy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about this one here tonight because you might want to say we've got that Mamba mentality on Sportswire Radio because our guest, he's got so much to say. And, this officially on Sportswire Radio, I'm going to tell the chat why here. It's going to kick off the OG week of Sportswire Radio. Between now and Super Bowl Sunday, we've got so many of the OGs all around the world coming back to this platform. After all, if it wasn't for the OGs, I mean, we wouldn't have had those memorable moments with Rhino and Savio Vega and all these other big shots that have been here. And this man has been front and center for it. This man, who is some would say is the most controversial figure in all of wrestling history. But boy, what he's done 5 times as a Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer. He's the reigning defending IMF United States champion. But tonight, he's going to have to address claims and allegations that, hey, maybe he doesn't want to go to places like Massachusetts. What about Oregon? Everybody heard about last week's show with Comatose and Anthony Steele. And now I see he's back in the promo wrestling game. Maybe Jake Dvorak was onto something because our guest here was in action on the TPW Live Instagram page this past Thursday. And what about what's been going on in the IMF where our guest suffered his first defeat at the hands of a guy who's supposed to be bright-sided? What about coming up here 3 weeks from now at this King of Palo in the Palo Community Center where our guest is going to be meeting some old friends and some familiar faces? Boy, you know what? Actually, I was offered the opportunity to get the first words with Jey Uso. That's after all, Rhino's been here, Savio Vega's been here, but Anthony Steele hasn't got his equal time on Sportswire Radio these last few weeks. And we have to make sure we enforce those equal opportunity laws. We don't want to get thrown off the air, and we want to give our guest that opportunity to explain his side of the story, and boy, he's got a lot to address. I didn't even address his old friend James Taylor. I mean, boy, I'll get to him. I'll definitely get to him, and I didn't even mention those House of Wolves. Boy, you are almost like the John Wick and the John Wick poster and John Wick 3, all that stuff around Anthony Steele. Boy, oh boy. But since we are in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform you, Anthony Steele, most certainly helped build, the platform that you most certainly helped us get to nearly 1,400 subscribers, and to have those 2 historical moments with the man beast, the War Machine Rhino, and the guy Savio Vega, that some would say was responsible for the career of, Stone Cold Steve Austin, which in a way, Anthony, makes you responsible for the career of James Taylor, the nemesis James Taylor. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. You want to hear that introduction? He wants to hear that introduction, and I am fired up, and I've even got my work uniform on because we got that Steel Nation, we got that Mamba, that Steel mentality. So let's get this show on the road here in style on Sportswire Radio, the #1 double radio station. So with that, without further ado here on the Sports Report. #1 double sports show. A man that is the most controversial figure in wrestling history. The man that is the only person in history to have been inducted in the Hall of Fame in a tag team he never competed for. A man that is 5 times in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. A man who most recently made his return to Texas Promo Wrestling. His name is, simply put, the reigning, defending IMF United States champion. He is the Today, the champ is here, my friend. How are we doing?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all right.
Doing all right.
Just all right tonight.
I'm lit right now. I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I didn't even think this was gonna happen. But for the one time on Sportzwire Radio,
Yes, sir.
Yeet, Jey Uso, solidified main event of WrestleMania. That I'm hyped. I'm hyped for my boy.
Oh, you didn't want Cena to win? What's the matter? You didn't want Cena?
I mean, look, it was down to Cena and Jay. I would have loved Cena to win, but Jey Uso getting that opportunity to finally shine and show the world that he is now going to get the push that he truly deserves. And I'm going to make my predictions here right now at the start.
Yes, you do that, Anthony. It's your show.
Jey Uso will challenge Gunther for the world title at Mania, go on to the main event, and have his WrestleMania moment and win the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time in his career. And we're finally going to see Jey Uso get the push that he deserves.
So, and Cena's done. Cena, that's it. We're finished with him, and he's going to go off.
Cena's going to go on to the chamber. He's going to win a title shot, and he's going to face Cody at Mania.
And he's going to lose to Cody at Mania, and then he's going to continue to lose.
Cody's going to lose to Cena, and Cena's going to break the record, 17-time world champion.
And then Charlotte's going to eventually break the record.
No. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in that.
Disappointed in Nikki Bella being number 30? Yes. Boy, that must have been Anthony, you've been in some awkward moments in some locker rooms. I know we'll get to you in a minute, but that must have been awkward for Nikki Bella and John Cena running into each other. Must have been pretty awkward, right?
Probably not. I mean, I know they like what's awkward is what is awkward is for Charlotte to win the women's Royal Rumble. And is now going to go on a Mania to fight for the world title, which, if you want my opinion, she's facing Rhea. I see it.
Why not Tiffany?
I mean, the way it could happen. They might do Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax at the Chamber. But Nia is going to get a rematch one way or another. And if they do Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for a second time at Mania, dude, I'll
tell you what, Anthony Steele, you are in rare form. We've even got Tyler Ark telling you suck. I mean, boy. Who? Yeah, who, right?
Who? Who?
Yeah, you're a busy man. You're a very busy man. But, listen, Cena back, and, Jay gets his moment, and Charlotte, Rick was happy, and, Logan Paul's back, and Cena, and Rollins, and
that's another thing I'm mad at is you give Logan Paul the number 30 spot for the second time. Because if y'all don't remember, I think it was Royal Rumble 2023.
Be a charm, Anthony.
2023, he was number 30.
Hey, did you notice
number 30?
Did you notice the irony that you had two maybe not so likable internet personalities and Nikki Bella and Logan Paul getting the number 30 spot? Did you notice the irony in that? Although Nikki, at least people like to look at Nikki. People still like to look at her. I don't know if people might want to deal with the personality, but she's there.
Look, Nikki wasted a spot. I'm gonna say what everyone's saying. It should have been AJ Lee.
Well, she had other plans. She had other plans. You were probably talking to her. You were probably telling her not to show up to the Rumble because you know everybody. I mean, that's what you do,
No, the person I want to talk about is number 15 in the men's Royal Rumble.
Yes, you do.
The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry.
Say his name. And by the way, we have a Joe Hendry connection. The man that was on this platform, his last match in TNA, he tag teamed with Joe Hendry. That's the Man Beast, the War Machine Rhino.
If you can get Joe Hendry on here, Oh, dude.
Well, we actually, I can't say it yet, but we do have another WWE person coming to Sportswire. I can't tell you who it is yet, but stay tuned.
Is it the newly signed Jordan Grace? Because that'd be awesome too.
If I said it live, it would ruin the fun. It would ruin it. So I can't say who it is, but we're gonna get another one. We're gonna get another one. But, we're gonna get another one. But go ahead.
But all right, I'm gonna give my opinions. Damian eliminating Drew. I don't see the reasoning why that transpired. It should have been Punk or Seth making the story, continue. Because I have a really big feeling at Mania is going to be Drew versus Seth versus Punk in a triple threat match at Mania.
Wow,
which low key, I think
saw Roman, Seth, and we saw Punk and all that.
That's going to be Punk and Seth and Roman. I see going at the Chamber. I don't see that being a Mania match. Because I loved the Roman Seth feud back in 2015, 2016, 2017. Yep. It was a good feud.
They referenced it a little bit tonight.
But I'm really interested in this Punk Seth feud. I really am. And it's very entertaining. It's real life beef. Integrated
stuff you're used to in your career. I mean, you have names that we'll probably bring up tonight that probably have some beef with you.
But
you could probably advise Punk and Seth on how to have that match, knowing you.
When it comes to a match, the only thing I'm focused on is King of Halo.
We're gonna talk about that, but you got a lot that you have going on. You have a lot. I see a lot of people here today. They were waiting for this, but go ahead. Yes, sir.
Do I start with one of them? Can I start with one of them?
You could, Anthony, you are the man. You are one of the people responsible for bringing Rhino and Savio Vega here. So, at this point, you should take over Sportswire. I should go off into the sunset, pass it off to you, because you're back in promo wrestling, so you could just come on here, go on the live, and just do a promo, and, just come on and shoot the shoot, and, just do what you do. You could bring Inside the Ropes here every night. You could address the nation, Steele Nation. It might be time for me to retire. It might be time to pass the baton off. Anthony, it's yours. I'm going to go off into the sunset. House of Wolves, you guys take over. It's time to go. It's time to wrap it up. We had the 2 WWE guys. You'll get the third one, and, it's time to go.
I want to start with this.
Okay, you do that. You do you.
Jake.
Dvorak,
I heard.
Right? You did?
Jake Dvorak. I heard what you said.
Yes, sir.
You see, here's the thing: is I'm a traveler,
but
obviously IMF knows how to do business better. They help. They pay
but
for
they're
my.
But they're in it though. The Riot in the ring.
They pay. Hold on. They pay for my travel. They pay for my hotel. They pay for basically everything. And the only thing I've gotten issued to me is you're invited. If you want to come, you can come. I understand Omen is going to be in Riot in the Ring. I understand Soldier GP is going to be at Riot in the Ring. I understand that Ox McCoy is going to be at Riot in the Ring. The one thing that I need Jake to understand is if you want a guy like me, you got to make it worth my while.
Well, that's a good point,
What am I showing up for? What is Anthony Steele showing up to Riot in the Ring going to do? You see,
to wrestle.
Does he have a championship? Does Jake Dvorak have a championship?
Well, you have the IMF United States Championship.
But does Jake Dvorak have a championship?
At the moment, no. But there's another guy that's
okay. All right, right there. No. So Jake, from a champion talking to a non-champion, I'd rather have one of your champions come up and talk to me and issue that challenge instead of some bum ass like you trying to say that I'm too scared.
He's not a bum. Did you see what he did to Power Surge?
So I don't give a fuck what he did to Power Surge. I don't give a fuck what he did to his fucking asshole the night before.
That's not
all I give a fuck about is that I'm the IMF United States champion. I
Anthony,
go where I want. I do what I want. And Jake Dvorak has nothing for me to try to talk down to me
But it's
about
it's
not
not
showing up
but
to
it's not
riot in
Jake
the ring.
Dvorak. It's not his call. I mean, there was people in management. That's Justin Abel saying the board of directors. They came up with it. I mean, so you should be really addressing your allegations toward the board of directors and Justin Abel saying that's who you should be addressing in defense of Mr. Dvorak.
But he's the one that opened his mouth, so I'm gonna make him insert his fucking foot. That's the thing. Is Jake? There's a big phrase. You talk too much.
He backs it up, though.
Like, because he's saying I'm the one that challenged him, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I challenged you when you had something I wanted. But now I have something that you don't, and that's championship gold around my waist.
But he didn't ask for your championship.
Exactly, because he has no right. He has no right. See, Jake is known in NEW. Anthony Steele is known in a lot of places. Anthony Steele can walk out in
he's
Illinois.
Known in TF Crew now. He's known in TF Crew. He's known in UWF.
So I look. I'm known in TF Crew, and I haven't even set foot in there.
He stepped foot in there, though.
See, but that's the thing. I don't have to get noticed. I beat Gabe Sayers, and they noticed. Gabe Sayers noticed.
I met the man,
and obviously, Grimm noticed.
Well, Grimm noticed
Anthony Stone.
He did. I mean, do you want to talk about Grimm? I mean, I would prefer you not, but you could,
Jake,
I suppose.
Jake, it sounds like you're focused on me.
Well,
and you say here, I'll put it up here. You say my biggest accomplishment is staying in one Fed for 5 months. Here, let me bring up a name that shall not be fucking said. Dude, I stayed in TBW for longer than 5 months.
You did?
I was in there for long. I was in a couple companies for longer than 5 months.
Technically, IMF, you've been here more than 5 months because you were there 2 years ago. You had a cup of coffee there. So technically, that might give you like 6, depending on the video.
So, Jake, just admit it. I challenged you, what, 2, maybe 3 years ago? But now you really want this match.
But you guys did meet here on Sportswire this past summer, and you guys met. There was a chat about things, and Jake is a part of an event, and IMF brethren of yours, some of them House of Wolves members, were invited. I mean, there was even another guy who is in the card that's also you might be friends with from Michigan. He's on the card. You could maybe have a championship match with him there if you wanted.
Look, all I'm focused on right now is Jake. Okay. Jake put my name in his mouth. So obviously, Jake, you want this. You want to face Anthony Steele.
Yeah, he does. Well,
because obviously you wouldn't be harping that hard on me not announcing that I'm showing up to ride in the ring if you didn't want to face me.
Well, do you? Well,
because here's the best thing. Here's the better thing. If I showed up to ride in the ring, maybe I'll face Power Surge.
Well, now we
maybe. Hey, here, Jake. I'll give you a little laugh. Maybe I'll challenge Mac 10 to show up.
I don't know if he's on the card. He was in All Wrestling Matters hardcore team. I don't know if he would be on the card. That's a question for the board of directors. But maybe you're going to be in the riot in the ring, and we don't know that yet.
Why should I challenge?
Yes.
Why should I? Give me a reason, Jake, why I should show up to riot in the ring. Give me a reason.
Well, because the House of Wolves are going to be there.
Congratulations.
You're a House of Wolves member.
Yeah. But there's one thing that the House of Wolves has proven. We could do everything on our own just as much as we can do it as a team.
But you guys could take over the riot in the ring. You could win.
I don't think Jake would like that,
Well, we don't know.
Hey, Jake. Is that pool still there? Maybe I can toss you in there.
Well, obviously right now they're going to put the water in the pool in May because right now it's in February and the water would be cool. But I mean, but maybe you'll be there. We don't know that yet. There's still plenty of people to be announced. I mean,
But and see that, and that's the thing, Jake. What you're forgetting is I'm a busy man. Defending this championship.
you are very
Last
busy.
month was the first time I didn't have to defend this. I have until I'll probably say May to even announce that I'm coming to Ride in the Ring. I have a long time to see if I want to show up to Riot in the Ring. So while you're sitting here on Sportswire talking your shit because I go on Instagram and cut promos, homie, I'm more over on Instagram and in the ring than Jake Dvorak.
Wow, I mean, are you sure about that? Because Jake has
Hold
traveled.
on, Tom.
Yes,
Don't try to cuddle up to him and make him feel better about himself, Jake.
Why not?
I'm better than you.
Are you better than me?
Always have been, always will be. And you know what?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Comatose. Have your people get a hold of my people, and then maybe we can work something out.
Well, we'll get to Comatose in a few minutes, but I want to stay on point with Mr. Dvorak for a moment because there is still this tournament. So you are saying, though, that you've got time to potentially be a part of this. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say that?
Time is money. Time is money, right?
But it's February, so really we don't have to be,
time is money, right?
We don't have to be so tense, though. We could be civil. And,
but time is money, right?
I would think so. I mean,
okay. Yeah. So if time is money, and I have a lot of time,
you do.
Money talks. I like money, and when money talks to me, I kind of speak back.
So,
hey, I'll just leave you with this. Jake. Never say never, kid.
Well, you know that he'll be here later tonight. You know that he'll come in at the end of the show. We'll give him a link at the end. But it's your time now, and Mr. Dvorak is correct. It's not a tournament, but there's a lot of people that are going to be a part of it. It's giving people an opportunity to see, as fans, the opportunity to wrestle. The wrestlers that we wouldn't get a chance to see normally there, and I think as fans we would like to see you there. As fans, we would like to see you there because there are some really cool names that are already announced in the tournament. I mean, there are some names IMF related, WTW, WZW. There's some, NEW, of course, some great people that are in the tournament, in the event itself. I keep calling it the tournament because it was last year's, but the facts is that, people would just, as fans, like to see you there.
Look, the last thing I want to say about Jake.
Okay.
If you want me there, you'll figure out a way to get me there. Simple as that, Jake. It's business, right? I'm a business man.
You are. Yes, you are.
So let's do business. Have your guys contact mine, and let's handle business.
I would still say, though, that the person in charge is Justin Abel-Sane, along with the board of directors. So Mr. Dvorak wouldn't necessarily be able to make the final call.
Again, get his people to contact mine, and we can talk business.
That's a good point. Good point. That's a great point. I mean,
if he's not the one running it, I'll have the people running it contact me.
And you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. We can certainly see, but we'll figure that out. So we have time, though. We do have time.
We have time.
All right. And we have time on tonight's show to talk, right?
We have time.
We do. And if you want to hit the sub for NEW, by the way, you should have watched today's show for Vortex. We had 3 never before seen matches, and they were all the 3 best matches so far in the month of February. In fact, I was more excited about Vortex than the Royal Rumble because I was live in the chat and I got to speak with some of the people that were there wrestling. So if you'd like to join me and supporting NEW Underground Wrestling, I would encourage you to do so and maybe join their Patreon page and follow them on Instagram. Check them out on Facebook, and maybe Anthony Steele will go there. Maybe, would you recommend a GoFundMe page? You think we should do? Should we do a GoFundMe for you to go there or no?
I mean, do what y'all gotta do.
All right, but we'll have to figure it out.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Let's move
All right,
on
so what do we
to
got?
Comatose.
All right, let's talk about Comatose. All right, Comatose, who you came on his stream.
I told you to have your guys contact me. Haven't heard from them. That's bad business, man. It's bad business. And as a businessman, it kind of makes me not want to do business. That's a bunch of bad business calls coming a lot from other companies that want me at their show.
Why do you say it's bad business? What have you learned that it's bad business? Tell the chat what you are seeing it's bad.
I mean, because if they really if they want me there, they'd have their people contact me or have their people contact my people to get me to show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's business. You contact someone like you. In order to get Rhino on here, you had to contact Rhino, right? Or you had to contact his people.
Well, I mean, certainly with Mr. Vega and Mr. Rhino, let's just say that
you had to contact people, and the people contacted them, and they contacted you. Correct?
Well, actually, Mr. Vega and Mr. Rhino, they wanted to come on. Actually, they wanted to come on here. Actually, but we certainly were very gracious, and we certainly talked with them. But continue, Anthony, because this is not about Rhino and Savio Vega. We want to talk about Anthony Steele.
In order to have them appear, you had contact with them. Correct.
Oh, we definitely spoke. Yeah, of course. Exactly. I speak with every guest on this platform.
So you spoke with them. They appeared, right?
Yeah, we spoke. I spoke with you.
NEW and BTW have not contacted me.
Okay. All right. Makes sense.
So therefore, that is bad business. You want the IMF United States Champion to show up on your show, but you have not contacted me. So therefore, do you really want Anthony Steele on your show? I mean, so I can go either way. I can continue defending this United States Championship in Palo, Iowa. I'll take it to Illinois. I could take it to Missouri. I could take it to Wisconsin, fucking Minnesota, Indiana.
We have friends in Minnesota.
I know some people.
Why shouldn't I have asked that question? But BTW, though, you mentioned them, right? You said Comatose, and I mean, you haven't been contacted, but Aaron Blaze is there. I mean, there's obviously some opportunities there for you. So he's there.
Bullshit.
I mean, well, he's there. I mean, he's there. I mean, so you would think that you would get the same contact or the same treatment. Then is that what you're implying?
Yes, I wish I got better contact and better treatment, especially because I only fly Southwest. I need to make sure that my ticket is paid for. I need to make sure that I go into a very important storyline for a very important title. In BTW, Comatose, tell your people I cannot lose. I gotta show that I'm the guy, But my bad. I'm Anthony Steele, not Aaron Blaze. So
okay,
we're gonna go how Anthony Steele does it.
All right,
Comatose. I'll show up and do a job. That's what I do. That's what I get paid for. If I show up to BTW,
right,
I will challenge any person on that roster, have a match with them, and destroy them. I'm not going to ask you 30 times in a match what the fuck I got to do next. I'm not going to sit here and practice something 16 times and forget it the moment that bell rings. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing when I step inside those ropes. And that's what people have to understand is I'm going to take words out of Tom's mouth. You guys, outside of IMF, don't give me credit for what I do inside that ring.
I agree with that. I
And
definitely
y'all, and a lot of y'all would rather have guys like Aaron Blades who would rather fucking do bat flips and cartwheels off a trampoline and still look like fucking you're wrestling a fucking piece of cardboard than a guy that inside those ropes is one of the toughest, roughest, and strongest motherfuckers to ever step foot in a ring. So, one, yes, I want to be treated better than Aaron Blaze because I'm better than Aaron Blaze in every single fucking aspect. I'm more controversial than Aaron Blaze. I am more talented. I'm more talented than Aaron Blaze. I'm more vocalized than Aaron Blaze, and I am more ring awareness gifted than Aaron fucking Blaze.
Now, just one point though with Comatose, it's not his company though. So Comatose,
It's not their company. Comatose, Jake, y'all are in the same situation. Y'all want me there. Get your bookers, get your fucking managers, your general managers, your CEOs, your COOs. Get the fucking goddamn referees and ring announcers to get a hold of me if you fucking have to. I would love to show up on y'all shows. Don't get me wrong, Jake. I'll give you credit where credit is due, dude. You're one of the toughest motherfuckers I've seen in backyard and underground wrestling to this date. Comatose, y'all finally got a ring, and I like your work. Just have the people contact me.
well, they have time.
And Jake, I don't care what you did last year, homeboy. It's 2025. It's not 2024. We ain't living in the past. We're living in the present. And the present is, since January 1st, I have not heard from you. The only thing I've heard from you is you hopping on Sportswire and running your dick lickers.
Well, Anthony.
So Jake, Comatose, again, one last time. Have your people get a hold of mine.
And also, Comatose, you came to Comatose's stream, and then the offer was extended to you. So, in a sense, BTW situation's a little different than the situation with Jake.
I mean, no, because I'll admit it. I'll admit Jake has offered the invitation.
Yes,
Jake has offered the invitation, but not management. Same with Comatose. Comatose offered the invitation, not management. And Jake, we're not going to go back and forth with this. I challenged you 9 months ago, never showed up. I had bigger, better things to do. Homeboy, I was winning championships on the indies.
the company we're not going to mention.
Like, I was winning championships on the indies. I was fighting on the indies 9 months ago. Defend the championship on the indies. Go to Massachusetts and fight you.
But just to make it clear, you would like to go to Massachusetts and Oregon, though. You would like.
What? Yes, I would love to go to Massachusetts. I would love to fight Jake Dvorak. And to answer your question, Jake, why challenge you?
Yeah,
because it's fun. It's fun. It's so fun to get you riled up. At this point, I guess you can count it trolling, but it's really not trolling. It's I want to see what you really are capable of. I want to see what you will say. Like
now, Jake. Yesterday, we talked a lot about this, and Jake, also brought up Cato, and he talked. Cato was here. We talked a little bit about that, and Cato is in your state also, but maybe it's a different tense here because you're obviously talking about the past and history here. But just to make clear, you obviously have challenged Jake. You were in the Indies. Just want to make that clear. We know this stuff in the Indies. You went to IMF, but there is still an opportunity here to come to Massachusetts, and the offer is there, and they would love to have you.
Yes. June, we are 6 months away. 5 months away. I'll say that. We're 5 months away. That's 5 months for me to make a decision. 5 months for Anthony Steele to make the decision if he wants to grace y'all's screen. And depending on how much you harp on it, I can take 5 months to make that decision.
All right.
Or I can take a couple days to make that decision.
But why not just say, you know what, Jake, you've been a friend. We're in the battle. We're two competitors. And just say, you know what,
I'm
maybe
I'm gonna
we'll
say I'm gonna say the same thing that James Taylor says. Never say never, kid.
Well,
Never
I
say
mean,
never.
James Taylor will be on here. He's got to get a few words in. He'll be here
I don't
later.
I don't want I don't want James Taylor's fucking dumbass to hop on this fucking show.
Okay, yes, sir. So he's not coming on tonight. We know James
James
Taylor.
Taylor is not coming on tonight.
And what's your issue with James Taylor now?
James Taylor's just not gonna come on because he does the same shit. Same dumbass bullshit.
What?
I see you're talking shit, kid. I'm James Taylor. I got 70,000 fucking subscribers on TikTok and 23,000 fucking on YouTube. I'm bigger than you, kid. I'm bigger than you. Posting Stone Cold videos. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Okay,
The fuck? Like, it's the same shit, man. If you ain't gonna come talk about when the next time you're gonna step in IMF, James, I don't want to hear you.
They've been successful. ACDC's been pretty good doing the same things. Some people like the same stuff.
Yeah, but ACDC has sold over 1 million copies on an album. James Taylor has yet to get 1 million views on a video.
No, he's had 1 million on TikTok. He has actually had 1 million on TikTok. Actually, that's factually.
He bought him.
No, he's got 88,000 followers on TikTok. I would say respectfully,
with
respect to you, Anthony, he does have clips with 1 million views. So he's made it. He's had the success. And I mean, so Comatose, Comatose, your issue again with him is?
Oh, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with either one of them. I don't have an issue with Comatose or Jake DeBoer. I just like talking my shit. Jake, it's simple. It's simple. Have your people contact me. Comatose, have your people contact me. We will figure something out.
Well, Jake's going to be back.
I'm not a hard man. I'm not a hard man to get a hold of.
Well,
really not.
I'm going to announce it. Jake is going to be on here Thursday, February 27th, and I'll be sure, to talk about this with him. We'll spend a few minutes on it. He's got a lot of other things to worry about. The all-out war. He's got some stuff in NEW, Power Surge. He's going to put a surge through him and electrocute him probably in the all-out war match. He'll be here, though, on the 27th of February. And I'm just going to announce it here. James Taylor, whether you see him or not later, he's back after the Super Bowl next Sunday. So James Taylor is returning to Sportswire. He's here after
Kansas City Chiefs for the dub. Three-peat.
Well, let
me say that one more time. Three-peat.
We were offered the New Heights podcast guys, the Kelseys. We were offered Jason and Travis, but we got James Taylor instead. So we decided that we weren't going to have the New Heights podcast guys on, and we wanted James to come on.
I'm with Jake. I'm with Jake. James on Sportswire. No fucking way. What is he going to talk about this time? Oh, I'm going to show up to this fucking company. I'm going to show up to NEW finally. No, you're not. No,
well, James Taylor never said he was showing up to NEW. James Taylor never said that. I mean, what about what about in the NEW Riot in the Ring, the day 1 and day 2? Would you want to match with that guy there? That he's in it. I mean, would you want to wrestle him?
Jake, if you could promise me versus Shelby day 1, I will fucking come 100%.
Well, he can't make the decision again. That's up to Justin.
If you can get your bookers to promise me that match day 1, I'll show up.
Okay, so and Jake is saying that James said he wanted to come to NEW, but did he confirm he was going? That's where I'm just confused on. I was just confused on did he confirm? I don't remember James confirming he was going there. He might have had interest. He's praised the product. I've seen him in the chat, but okay. I mean, but we got that out of the way. And BTW,
we're good on that. I want to say something to someone.
Okay,
who just popped in the chat?
Yes, that would be D'Angelo the Flame.
Hey, Jalilo, yeah. Hey, D'Angelo.
Yes, sir.
Long time no speak, long time no see. And in a mere 14 days, we're going to share a ring yet again. And don't think I forgot what happened the last time we shared a ring together.
Well,
Soldier and Omen, they hired you for the foundation. But now you're on the other side. You're on the losing side. And that All Wrestling Matters championship. Hey, I don't mind becoming Steele 2 belts.
Oh, wait a minute. Anthony Steele, you mean to tell me you, of all people, you want the All Wrestling Matters World Underground Championship? Is that
Because
something
all wrestling matters, D'Angelo. And right now, I don't see a lot of wrestling come from your side. But you can see me every month on the IMF YouTube channel. You can also catch me in Palo, Iowa on February 15th. The same place I'm going to see
the
you
22nd
finally.
actually on Facebook. It's the 22nd. I have the 22nd on Facebook, actually. It was just posted yesterday. I have the 22nd, Anthony. Just to let you know. But you can continue that.
Okay, so they changed the date. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for letting me know.
It's on Facebook, though. Don't you go on Facebook?
No. No,
Anthony Steele. Before we go back, everybody go give Anthony a follow on Instagram. Give him a follow because this man is certainly in rare form, boy. I mean, let's just hope Rhino and Savio Vega don't see Anthony Steele on Sportswire. Let's just hope
Jake asked a very good question, Tom.
Yes.
Anthony, what is your thoughts on Kyle Shelby?
We're not doing that right now. Anthony, we want more WWE.
Hey, Jake, hold on. I got you. Jake, answer this one question. How controversial do you want it?
Well, we don't want. We want more WWE names here to come. I mean, but that's obviously But Jake likes him. I think, right? He likes him. He's got him in the Riot in the Ring. I mean, he's doing a good job in ROEW. He's doing a very good job there.
He said, "I want the tea. You want the tea, my boy."
Oh, but then, we have to get. Well, why would you want to do that, Anthony? You're representing the IMF. You're representing the House of Wolves.
Exactly. I'm going to represent the IMF, and I'm going to represent the IMF by doing this.
I don't know how Gary feels about that.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Talking about Gary. Hey, Comatose, if you want to get in touch with IMF, contact Dirty Donnie. Contact Gary Patrick. They will hook you up with a one-way trip. They'll help you with a one-way trip to IMF, so you can get your ass whooped by me there too. So let's speak on Kyle Shelby. Kyle Shelby, you're a bitch.
That's not nice.
You're a bitch.
Why would you say that for?
You suck.
Well, why would you say that?
I've seen my girlfriend take a better bump than you. I've seen my girlfriend sell better than you. And you want to know the best part about it is?
What?
Never step foot in a ring. My girl's never stepped foot in the ring.
No, that's.
But see, Shelby. Time will tell. But Shelby.
Duly noted.
Shelby, let's talk about when you contacted me and it was like, no, there's no beef. There's no beef. Homie, I'm a headliner. I'm a main eventer. I'm a star. And you're a forgotten soul in a fucking daydream that you lived over 9 years ago. So what are you doing now? Are you trying to become James Taylor 2.0? Relive your glory days, even though you can't hack it?
But we haven't seen him yet on ROEW TV, so we don't know. You can't say.
Exactly.
Well, he's getting.
Hey, look. And inside scoop, I've seen what he's capable of, and it ain't fucking good. So, Jake, like I said, get the match booked.
So that
one way or another.
But that match you want.
Yeah, because I'm going to show him. There's going to be eyes on that match. But not for the reason he's thinking of. There's going to be eyes on that match, Kyle Shelby, for the simple fact that people are going to want to see me beat your fucking ass. And when I do, and when I show you that you're never going to be on my level, then you can come back into Sportswire comments and apologize to every member of the IMF you've disrespected. And that includes me. That includes my boy, my brother, my House of Wolves member, Omen Black. And shit, you can even apologize to Tom Bryce.
Oh, you have to apologize to me. Don't, Anthony. You don't have to do that. That's
He
too kind.
he needs to apologize to you for the simple reason he showed his ass on Sportswire, and if it makes it official in June, I'm gonna whip that same ass that he tried to show
Well,
out.
I think he's working hard. I do think that he's working hard. He's trying. And
on the McDonald's fucking drive-through. That's what that motherfucker is working hard on. That motherfucker is trying the new goddamn fucking food that every fucking fast food is putting out. Hey, newsflash, kid. Taco Bell's got new nacho fries fucking out. That's hey, if you think a button and a little sound is gonna stop Anthony Steele, it ain't. It ain't.
How do we like the new bell, by the way, for Anthony? How does the chat like that, by the way? You know, James is going to come in here for a minute because he has to say his piece. So I'm going to give James the opportunity. We're going to give him only a few minutes. We'll beep him.
All right. So here, I have him come in now, and I'm going to time it. James, you got 5 minutes to speak. You're on my time now, bitch.
Well, Anthony, you really upset tonight. You're really upset. I mean,
I'm going back to the real me, the old me.
Anthony, we want more WWE names.
At this point, I'm gonna just pause, and you can press that button for the simple fact that you can, quote unquote, bleep out my cuss words.
Well, because we want to have more WWE names here. They like coming here. They actually like coming
WWE. Hey, Rhino, Savio.
They like it.
It's okay.
They watch the
show. You're all good. You're all good. Coming on the
Anthony,
Sportswire.
What did you think about? Anthony, did you see the segment we're doing with Celebrity Flag Football? Do you want to be invited in that? By the way, a friend of mine, Tommy Parker, promoter, we're doing Celebrity Flag Football on Sportswire. You want to do Celebrity Flag Football? If you're on a good behavior, they may let you in the game. You could play with the Ice from American Gladiators and Miranda Maverick from UFC.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Let's play.
Yeah. I'm with Jake. Do you need a hug tonight? Like, everything okay? I don't want to mention that guy, but boy, yeah, you were in rare form tonight.
Hey, Ox, I know you're my brother, but don't bring that fucking piece of shit's name up on Sportswire ever again.
Yeah, don't bring his name up. Let's not do that. We're gonna have to go like that.
Jake, don't.
Don't do it, please. Don't. Don't do it.
Next person to say it, say his name. I'm saying it on Sportswire Radio.
Wow, Anthony, you really tonight. I mean, boy, I thought you were happy. You loved the Rumble. You were happy.
How many views we got on YouTube right now?
I don't know, 16, 17. You know, Jake outdrew you. Actually, he had 37 on Monday.
Congratulations.
And Sean Jovi's here Wednesday on his birthday. He's proclaiming himself the greatest draw in Sportswire history.
The views that have my face on it, on those videos on your YouTube channel, speaks volumes.
Yep. I mean, Rhino's the only one coming close to you. He's almost there. And the Tribal Cheese is back Monday, who's got 10,000 followers on TikTok. His last appearance hit, I think.
You gotta let me go face to face with the Tribal Cheese.
Well, let's see what mood he's in on Monday. He's apparently promising a show like you're having right now. He's promising that.
You gotta let me. You gotta let the real deal in the Tribal Cheese go face to face.
He's here Monday afternoon. What are you doing Monday afternoon?
I'm not doing a damn thing if you got me booked with the Tribal Cheese.
I don't know if I could have you booked, but I do have James Taylor here who does want to address a few things about you.
James has 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. Oh, at 53:35, he goes. There you go.
Screw you and your 5 minutes. Okay? You think you're Mr. Everybody? You think you're something special. I wrestled on the Indies. Who really gives a shit what you've done? You sit there with your little gold strap on you because you think you're something special. No, you said I had 5 minutes, right? I don't even need 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you how it is, Jack. You disrespectful little prick. The only reason you're fucking irrelevant is because of me. Because you
Cap.
know the only person that's got your
Cap.
number that's on the same level as you, if not better than you, will always be better than you, is me. That's why you can't keep my
2-1.
name out of your sorry
2-1.
fucking mouth. So
2-1.
shut up. I'm still
2-1.
talking. Can't respect your
2-1.
elders. Because remember,
2-1.
I'm the one that's old. So you want to poke
You are
fun
old. You're
and
old
talk
as
about
shit.
how I am. You ain't on my level,
Old as
Shaq.
shit.
The only reason anybody
I
remembers
surpassed
you
your level. That's why I'm not on your
because of
level,
me.
boy.
So you sit there and you do whatever you think you need to
Hey,
do. And as far as
it's okay.
NEW goes, with all respect to NEW, I like the guys, but Jake, you want to poke your little finger at me too and say, oh no, James Taylor, I never said I was going to come out there. I was interested, you damn right, yes. But whenever you decide to get those ropes tightened up and you get a ring set and ready to go, I might think about it. But while Anthony sits here, be the little disrespectful bastard that he is, just know, Anthony, you'll never have the respect or the reputation that the nemesis James Taylor has, period. Tom, thank you for letting me on, and I'll talk to you guys after a
Oh, you
while.
see, leave.
He left.
Yeah, leave. Hey, hold on. All right, so
What?
I'm gonna use the last 3 minutes of his fucking time because he wants to be a pussy. Hey, James, let's talk about it. Hold on, no. Let's talk about it, James. Hey, James, the last time you hold gold was what? 2008. Congratulations, dude. Surpassed you a long fucking time ago. Second of all, James, how many times have you said you're gonna show up somewhere and never showed the fuck up? How the fuck are you the owner of a fucking company, but never appeared on the company? Huh.
Because
That
he's
baffles the fuck out of me. And James, like I said, the only reason why I'm not on your level is because I surpassed your fucking level. Dude, you're like James Ellsworth to my Roman Reigns, dude. You had a couple good fucking matches with me. I put you on the map. I put you back on the fucking scene. And guess what?
this is
Without
kind of
me-
fun, actually.
Without me, you're nothing. You're nothing without me. James Taylor in wrestling is nothing without Anthony Steele. The only reason why you showed up to IMF is that way you can outshine me. And guess what? Your match hasn't even hit the fucking viewership that mine has that same night.
Well, you know, Anthony, you got another surprise. Anthony, you're getting a timeout here because thankfully somebody is here to save us. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that a briefcase? A briefcase is here. Oh. And an hourglass. Anthony Steele, tonight is catching up to you. Finally, the wrestling gods have smiled on us. Finally. There is justice after all. The hourglass
Time's
of
ticking,
time.
Drago, look, I know you can hear me. You can have that little hourglass. But guess what? My time is still ticking. Your time has been up for fucking months. So, while I'm sitting there looking at the briefcase that you haven't even attempted to cash in on anybody with, because you've been Soldier GP's lapdog, I'm still the IMF United States champion. And if your time tells anything, I'm going to make you look like you did with Diamonds in the Rough. Irrelevant and stuck in the tag team division when I'm done. Because a single run ain't in your future when it comes to me, buddy.
And the hourglass. Wait, a thumbs down. He's got a thumbs down. You know what, Anthony? That's what a lot of people feel right now. You got a thumbs down. Not even Drago himself. Just somebody appeared just now with a thumbs down. And wait a minute. They've just appeared and disappeared. Anthony, Father Time might be catching up here tonight because the wrestling gods have spoke. They have spoke tonight. They have spoke that Anthony Steele might be going after this person and that person, but now the wrestling gods are coming down and saying, Anthony, let's focus on reality. February 22nd, TPW stuff. and we focus on what you should be doing. That's what you do in that ring. That's what tonight is about. Anthony, forget about the personal dramas with this guy and that guy. It is now the wrestling gods telling you, be who you are. That's the guy in the ring who
and that's the IMF United States champion. That's the guy who I am. That's the guy who I am. That's the guy that's going to walk into King of Palo, enter number 1, and win the whole thing.
Well, let's talk about that. Before we get to the chat. I mean, so obviously a lot to digest. We'll get to the chat. We'll formally say hello to everybody in a minute, but you got a big show coming up. I'll put the poster up here in a few minutes. We'll talk about it. Palo Community Center, King of Palo, and talk about what we expect. You were announced, I believe, when Dirty did it on Facebook. You were the last person announced it. I think we were the second to last person announced in it. And I mean, last year's winner was Sean Jovi, a man you've defeated already multiple times, so I know you're not worried about him. But talk to me about the King of Palo and why you're going to win it this year.
Have you seen what has been transpiring?
Oh,
see, without saying the dude's name for reasons. The only reason why I lost last month is due to a ref putting his hands on me, an official putting his hands on me. In an unsanctioned match, you don't touch the competitor. And you put your hands on me. So now I'm probably going to dig back in my pocket and I'm going to hire Smokey again to make sure it doesn't happen again. And when I go on to King of Palo and win from entry number 1, I'm going to Iron Man the whole goddamn thing. And I'm going to not only be the IMF United States champion, but I'm going to go on to be the King of Palo and challenge my brother for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because the people he's facing, Mephisto, already beat him. JX, the only reason why he beat Omen Black.
Do you think JX is showing up, by the way? Do you think he's showing up here?
If he does, if JX shows up, congratulations.
Now, he's really been a guy that hasn't shown up to places. Now, to be fair, you can certainly be talked about in different ways. I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road, but we've been down this road with JX, and time again, I haven't seen him. I'd love to see him here on the 22nd. Do you think you'll be seeing your Summer Bash brother here at the King of Palo in the IMF World Title match, or what?
If he does, you gotta give me the information on how to weasel the fuck way into other title matches that you have no reason to be in. What's next? You're gonna weasel your way into a United States Championship match? You're gonna weasel your way into an IMF Tag Team Championship match? You're gonna weasel your way into the IMF Hardcore Championship match again? Because what you gotta understand, JX, is the House of Wolves runs everything. Everything. And it don't matter that you got Mephisto in that match with you to help you take out Omen Black. The House is the strongest, toughest, and the most ruthless group in IMF. And we all stop at nothing to get the job done.
So JX maybe shouldn't show up then. Maybe he should just continue to no-show.
Sit at home, prop up your feet. Just prop up your feet because that's the best. The best thing that's for you.
And we're here with Anthony Steele. In case you didn't know, he's some would say the most controversial figure in wrestling history. He is the reigning defending IMF United States champion. He's also a member of Texas Promo Wrestling, and he is also a 5-time Sportswire Radio Hall of Famer, and the only person I think in wrestling history to be in a Hall of Fame alongside a tag team he never wrestled in. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. You have voice figuratively and literally where all wrestling matters. If you're on Sportswire Radio, please hit a sub for the IMF, sub for NEW, sub for ROEW. Also hit a sub for me. I'm almost at 1,400 subscribers, and we have hopefully they'll want to come on here still tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We have the 5-Town Sound women's soccer team. The soccer team wants to come on, and hopefully they still want to come on after tonight's show. We have pro wrestler from California, Trivko. Looking forward to also, I want to pray for everybody out there in the wildfires in California. Also want to say hello to one of our listeners who might still be here. I'm not sure if she's here or not in Philadelphia with everything that the horrendous crash out there. Athena, definitely hope you're doing well. My thoughts and prayers to all those poor people out there. What a horrible time right now. All these different crashes and things like that. Just please pray. And Anthony, less on the hostility, but thank everybody here for tuning in. But I want to get your thoughts, Anthony. I mean, JX, he was the matchmaker. We'll see if he makes this match. But CJ Black, the good guy, is supposed to also be here. And if I'm not mistaken, this would be the first time you and him would be in a locker room. And what's your opinions on that?
I mean, if CJ, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everybody. If we cross paths, I'll show you what I'm made of. Because I'm not Kyle Shelby.
Well, what is that?
I'll show up when needed. I'll show up when I tell you I'm going to show up. And just because you come to IMF, Michigan ain't that far from me.
Right.
But Iowa's a lot farther from you. So if our paths don't cross in IMF, maybe I'll make it happen in ROEW.
But wouldn't you just want to open the red carpet for him and introduce yourself? He's a great talent.
No.
You don't have any issues with him? I don't remember him saying anything about you.
That's not my job. That's not my job.
But
my job is to show up, retaining the title, and do what I do best.
But you would like to wrestle him though. How about on a more normal front? You would like to have a match with him, obviously, for fantastic talent.
If it's in the cards, I'll wrestle CJ Black.
Okay, but
I'd say he's probably the best talent from Michigan.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of great talents from Michigan, and we want to, give them all equal time.
I mean, we what do we have? We have CJ Black. We have
Chase Carter.
Oh wait, no,
Chase Carter.
He's. I was gonna say Jack Delta, but he's not there no more.
We have Jason Storm. He's the champion there. Did very well for himself.
I ain't worried about him.
We have Alex Cross, who's did very well with the DKW title, the ROEW Midwestern title. Have him there. Yes.
Whoop-de fucking do.
we have Jacob Collins.
The only person I'm interested in facing in ROEW is CJ Black.
We have Kyle Shelby. Kyle's there, obviously working hard. We have him. Jacob Collins is back. I mean, there's some
working hard on what? Making sure that CJ Black doesn't find his fucking burger raptors underneath the ring.
But you don't know until we see it. We don't know. And
wait, my bad. We don't find his panties under the ring, right?
Okay, well, now obviously Mr. Black is coming to the King of Palo. We're very excited about that. You addressed your old friend D'Angelo the Flame or frenemy, who you've shared multiple locker rooms with, and you will not certainly be saying hello to him when it comes to King of Palo. Right, you will not be saying hello to him at all.
I'm gonna be saying hello and goodbye.
Oh, but you're gonna take the title away from him and then take his bags and throw him out of Palo.
If I get the opportunity to face D'Angelo Flame for the All Wrestling Matters World Title, I'm gonna take it from him. But I know I'm guaranteed a shot Adam inside King of Palo, which means I just so happen to might be the person to eliminate D'Angelo LaFlame from the King of Palo match.
Oh, you might. I mean,
So
but you might. Never say. James Taylor would say never say never. But
never say never.
There's another name though that's showing up to the IMF. He's wrestling for the first time. I was curious what your thoughts are on this, and that is Ace Christian, the Blaze Ace Christian. He's the VTW World Champion. He's also been a staple in DBW. He's wrestling Thomas McEntee. I hope you remember who he is. Thomas McEntee is having a match that's really the first of its kind. It's an IMF wrestler taking on a DBW VTW wrestler. It's going to take place here coming up on the 22nd of February, and I'm excited about it because I'm a fan of all these companies. And what was your opinion on that? Thomas McEntee versus the Blaze Ace Christian. Ace is coming here for the first time. And again, what's your opinions on that?
Is his dad showing up?
I don't know that actually. I wouldn't know that.
Because I don't mind clowning his ass either.
But what does his dad have to do with this? Is Ace Christian we're talking about? I'm not following. Help me elaborate. I mean,
it's simple. I've clowned him once. I can clown him again. I'd love to do it in a ring this time.
Okay, but Ace is showing up. He's wrestling again Thomas McEntee. Would that mean?
Of course. Ace Christian is going at the lowest end of the totem pole of a match card.
He just pinned Nicholas Benson, though. He just pinned the RCW World Champion. I would respectfully disagree with that. He pinned Nicholas Benson.
I did it in 10 seconds.
Well, he did it though. He did win. Win to win.
I did it in 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Well, but he did it. He did win. And he very well could use that to pin.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it shows that he is a top tier talent and that it's a great match. And I'm looking forward to it.
No.
It has history, though, Anthony. There's history there because Thomas McEntee is known
I understand. No, what I'm saying is, I understand there's history between the two.
Yeah, they have a history. Right. It makes sense. It's a natural thing.
But here's the thing: there's only one talented superstar in that match, and it's not the RCW World Champion. Well, so at that point, it's irrelevant to me. I don't care about it. Of course, he's going to go after the least relevant superstar on the IMF roster.
Not following the match, there's a history with it, though. There's a natural history with the match. That's why they're having the match. I mean, you hear
I understand this. I understand there's history, but is it really needed or wanted?
I think I would like.
We could see. I would love to see Ace Christian versus Felix Jones.
We might get that though. You have
versus Jordan Nets.
But you might get that still. You gotta. Yes, you might get that, but he's wrestling the first time here. It's like anything else, right? You play for a baseball team. Shohei Ohtani goes to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The first team he faced was the Chicago Cubs. Then you face the other teams. You go around the lineup. 162 game season. You as a very good chance you could see him in those other people and those other names, yourself even included. But there's a history here with that. But there's somebody that wants to say something to you. I'm going to bring them here on the floor because I for one want to move away from that because I look forward to seeing Ace Christian and Thomas McEntee, and they're both great guys. But somebody else wants to say something here. Comatose, thank you very much for coming on here. Thank you for certainly saving what would have been there. But Comatose, I am giving you the floor tonight, and fire away.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Anthony Steele, you've been firing off on all cylinders tonight. Have you not, my man? Anyone and everyone that you could possibly do it in, anyone that's in the chat, just to get some reaction. Look at you. You got one hell of a stream going on tonight, don't you, buddy? You're giddy about it. Look at that little smirk on your face. I can see it. Oh man, look at that smirk.
Do you not know who I am? Do you not know who I am?
Oh no, I know who you are. But let's not pretend like you don't know who I am. because you're not going to give me the same disrespect like you've been giving everybody else. Because I am Comatose, and you definitely know who I am. For sure.
Who?
Now, let me just correct you on something real quick, because, I don't know if we've gotten to the comments yet. I kind
We're
of
gonna
tuned
get
out.
to them. We're gonna get to them in a
We're
few
gonna get
minutes.
to them.
This has
Okay.
been rare. Anthony is in
Rare
rare
air.
form.
Rare
I mean,
air. Very rare air. Normally,
rarefied air, boy. Yeah.
normally I'm right behind you, Anthony, but man,
Yeah.
you have been on one tonight.
I mean, pretty much.
It's the Royal Rumble. It's the Royal Rumble, baby. Anything can happen, right?
It's the Royal Rumble, and
Yeah.
that man Jey Uso must have yeeted your brain up, man. That's just
I would have
crazy.
thought it would have went the other way. You know?
I was about to say, man. First of all, congratulations to Jimmy Uso. Obviously, not who I wanted to win the Royal Rumble by all means, and that
Jay,
did
not
that.
Jimmy.
That
Jay.
did. Oh, Jimmy
Anthony,
J.
let him
Jimmy J.
speak, please.
I'm sorry. I wanted Punk to win, but you know,
We'll take it.
yeah, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is this, Anthony. I'm not a booker. I'm a wrestler.
That's my point. Thank you, Comatose.
That was my
Thank
point.
you.
That was my point.
No, it wasn't.
Get a hold of the booker. Get a hold of the booker. Have the booker contact me. Therefore, we could do business.
But hold on, wait a minute.
This?
Oh man, before I came on here, what was it that you told me to do with IMF?
Contact
Gary?
them, right? Contact them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I have to show DMs where I contacted your booker?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of that shit. That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't work.
I'm not the booker. I'm not the booker.
Hey,
that's the point. Like,
do I have to show proof that I've contacted your booker?
Then that's completely fine. That's
Yeah,
not my business. That's none of my business.
Leave the DMs.
That's where. Hold on, whoa. That Comatose. That's where I'm coming from.
Oh, okay. Well, at that point, I was about to say, at that point, man, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is at that point, I contacted them. They did not contact me. So therefore, we got
okay. Well, I do apologize for that. Then I apologize for the miscommunication. You probably should have said that on air before you started spouting off at the mouth like that. But now that we've cleared it up. I'm sorry that I came on here so hot because it just sounded like you were coming at me for like, well, why are you making these people contact you? And I'm just like, well, I may just wrestle for them. Like,
look, everybody makes mistakes. That's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, that's good. Okay.
Good.
Well,
Good.
I will continue to try to see what I can do about getting this to happen because obviously, I support you and I would want you there.
And a lot of people do support you, Anthony.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. I was trying, and I'm glad that I'm glad we didn't get to the chat yet because I'm here. I can say this face to face to you.
And thank you, Matsuda, who's Comatose's most recent guest on this podcast. Check that out. You can do that right here, by the way, on the YouTube link. And thank you, Mr. Matsuda, and thank you for listening to this interesting show tonight. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
But
Anthony, I heard you say something about how you don't have much people supporting you in the yard or having your back. I've been there for you since I returned. I've been there for you since the day I returned to backyard wrestling. I remember the time. I remember how I returned. Actually, it was on your Instagram Live.
Thank you, Anthony. That was very nice of you, Anthony. I wish you would have did it at the beginning of the show. Anthony, you're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
You're on mute. that might have saved the entire hour so far. If that was, some people might have wanted that, but a lot of people do support you, Anthony. They just, you don't have to be so tense on some of these people like Jake Dvorak, James Taylor, Kyle Shelby, even even Ace Christian and Thomas McEntee. Everybody. Let's give everybody a chance.
Look, you heard that applause, right?
Yes, we did.
The applause was to you. The applause was to you for one reason only. For the simple fact that I said a lot of people I didn't say all people.
Well, that is true. That is true. But I definitely wanted to make sure that you know that I'm one of those guys that has your back.
So here's my thing. I know the people that have my back.
Okay.
And I know the people that don't. For the simple fact that the people that I actually have watched my career and seen how much I've improved knows why I do and say what I do. Because I've, one, earned the right. Number two, I've made the right. And three, I've achieved the right to do everything that I want. That's why I'm in IMF. I've earned the right to show up to IMF. I earned the right to become the IMF United States champion. I've earned the right to retain this United States championship.
I've also earned the right to that one. That is a big achievement. IMF is one hell of a show.
Absolutely, we love the IMF.
I've also earned the right to come on here and fucking trash talk some of the worst fucking wrestlers I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I've earned the right to freaking here. Let me PG-13 this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Really,
I've earned the fucking right to clown. I've earned the right to clown guys like Aaron Blaze. I've earned the right to clown guys like Atomic Titan. I've earned the right to clown guys like Ronnie Brady. Should I go on like
you got me?
Should I go
we're gonna
on
definitely
like
bleep that name out. We'll bleep his name out. We don't want to even mention his name on here.
I was about
because guys like that claim they have relevancy in this industry, in this whole thing that we're trying to build, baffles me. Because those same people, one of them I worked under.
You worked under a few of them. Those two of those names you worked under. I mean, you know.
I've worked under them. But yet I've still been more relevant, more over, and more hyped than their entire career. Two names. One here. I'll do this. I'll stop talking. You can press a button and we'll move on. And Ronnie Brady are two guys that have been in this industry for so long, but couldn't hack it. Two guys that went to the indie scene and couldn't even freaking make it there. Couldn't even make a name for themselves. You want to know here? I'll say this. This is the most achieved I've ever felt in my life.
Okay, tell us.
Oh, brother.
I'm on the phone with one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Who is from Memphis, Tennessee.
Right. And
she looks at me and she goes, "You know, my dad mentions you to me." And I said, "Huh?" She goes, "Yeah, we were talking one day." And he goes, "Hey, there's this local indie guy up here that I think y'all will have something in common with." And she goes, "Oh, what's his name?" And he goes, "Anthony Steele." And she had to look at him and be like, "Dad, he sits in my Discord and we talk a lot." So to even get noticed by a guy that I don't even know, that just so happens to be the father of one of my friends, and get noticed for something on the Memphis scene that no one that I've just mentioned has done, or even get noticed on the indie scene that has never done what I've done, puts me at a higher rank than them.
Well, we appreciate that, but Anthony, let's focus. Let's not focus on those.
Let me finish this, and I'll get off this topic.
Yes,
I've busted. I'm gonna say it for one time. My ass.
You can say that here in Sportzwire. You can say that. We won't beat
you. I can say ass.
You can say ass on you. We won't beat you on that.
I've busted my ass.
To prove day in and day.
To prove that I belong here, that I deserve to be here, because this is what I love. This is what I'm meant to do. This ain't a hobby for me. This isn't just something I do once a month just to let the time fly by. This is something that I want to make into a career, a profession. Those guys gave up a long time ago. And I'm going to say the same thing that I said to RB. That way I don't have to say his name.
Good enough.
I looked at him dead into his face and I said, you know the number one reason why you hate me is because you couldn't make it on the indies and you folded and you created a company to wrestle with teenagers and
He froze.
days
The
never
wrestling
had.
god spoke there, Anthony.
Well,
The
I'm-
wrestling god spoke. You froze.
That's
That
fine.
was like perfectly
That's
timed.
I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. I looked at him and said, I'm doing the one thing that you couldn't do. I'm over on the indies when you couldn't make it. So you had to create a company with children and teenagers to relive glory days that you never had.
Fuck. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, Anthony, you've
Because
obviously got
look,
good
look,
reason.
look. I
Oh,
will say this. I will say this right now.
Yes, sir.
If any of those names I just dropped have a problem with what I'm saying, you know where to contact me. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll say the same thing that I'm saying right here, right now. I promise that if I don't even have to go to WWE, I don't have to go to AEW, I don't have to go to Ring of Honor, I don't have to go to TNA, I don't have to go to New Japan. All I gotta do is go farther than all of y'all.
And
And it looks like that time's passed.
well, you know what?
So with you guys, and every single person that wants to try to clown on me, know one thing. While I'm sitting here in front of live crowds, getting people's emotions twisted up in the middle of a match and getting people to chant my name and people to boo me, y'all are the same people that are talking your shit while I'm making the most money that you will never see.
Well, I mean, we appreciate that, and we certainly want to. Darkron's 3 subscribers away from 1,000. Let's give him a sub, and Comatose is 1 subscriber away from 580. So let's support them, and let's get to the chat, Anthony, because you know what, Anthony, you spoke a lot. Let's get the chat feel a little bit better. Let's get back to positivity. We need to get positivity because we want to see more people here and enjoy themselves. And let's get to the chat since Comatose is going to be here, and
yeah.
Zilla's here. I mean, are you and Zilla good? I'm not going to bring. I don't want you to cook on poor Zilla, Anthony. We don't want you to go there and poor Zilla.
We're good. We're good.
The way you said that tells me I'm not so sure, but we'll appreciate that.
We're good.
And,
Sounds like mercy.
yeah, mercy. It reminds me of football. You play football, and but you know what, Anthony, there might be more surprises for you coming. So I'm gonna certainly, we'll get to the chat, and obviously we'll say hello to them, and we'll certainly.
I want to give a shout out to my boys in the house for
Yes.
y'all. Sitting in here and listening to this.
Yeah, we got
For
a
the
lot of
simple
people
fact
tonight.
For the simple fact that I'm doing the one thing a lot of people won't do, and that is speak the truth.
Well, the tribal
Also-
cheese is promising that
Also,
today.
I'll give you the what's up. I'm waiting for y'all to come back. I'll give you the what's up, Comatose. You are now at 580.
Oh,
Appreciate
see?
you. Appreciate
And,
you.
can we get Darkron to
So-
1,000? Can somebody out there go sub to Darkron?
I'm subscribed to Darkron already. For
So
sure.
who we got? You're here in the chat.
I think I should.
You
I think I
you
should
think
already
you
be.
should? You lived in the man's house. I would do that.
I think.
You lived in his home.
Um,
And he's here, by the way.
mean,
He's here Friday night, by the way. He's here Friday night. And I want him to have 1,000 subscribers by Friday night. Omen Black said, why are you here? That's a great question. Thank you, Omen, for giving us
This
enlightening
Cam
conversation.
guy shaking my head.
Dirty is, of course, doing a great job in the IMA. But, Anthony, you have a guest here that wants to say something. I'm going to let this guest come on here and save us all. And, of course, the man that had a hell of a show today.
Holy shit! What a
Our
lineup.
friends here. Yeah, we got him. Mr. Jake Dvorak. I'm going to give him the floor and say nothing further.
How's it going, Anthony?
Can you see how it's going? It's the usual. We're just on Sportswire Radio, not Instagram Live.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
No, appreciate that.
I think I'd
Hopefully-
pop in here, Anthony. You are always welcome here at NEW. In fact, Iowa seems like a nice place to travel to later this year. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Will Steele and Dvorak step in the ring? But as far as Kyle Shelby and Anthony Steele goes, I mean, I think I might be able to pull some strings and make it happen if we want to see at Ride in the ring too. But you know, as James Taylor and you and everyone else would probably say, is never say never. But potentially that could happen.
That'd be nice, you know. And by the way, if you're here, hit the sub button for NEW and watch Vortex episode 49. 3 never seen before matches, and they were all impressive matches, by the way. Hiroshima looked great, Kuma looked good, and Javi Kent looked good. And check out all those matches and hit the sub for them. They're closing in on 2,250 subscribers.
Kron, you are now at 999 subscribers.
Thank you very much. God bless America. For now.
He's feeling generous.
I guess I can subscribe to NEW too. I mean,
yes, yes.
Well, I thank you. After 9 months of trying to get to come down here, the least you could do is subscribe to us. So I appreciate it.
I had to create a new YouTube. So literally, like I already subscribed to all of y'all. Y'all just getting another subscribe.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
They need the subscribers.
So I mean, you're welcome, I guess.
You should be welcome.
Thank you.
And don't spell. Oh, Ace Reed wanted to say hello. Sorry about that. Ace Reed says hello.
Hello.
Say hello.
Yes,
What's up, Ace?
Yes, Anthony. Anthony, you want to say something? Jake is here. You want to obviously just say.
I gave you a subscription. There you go. That's what I can tell you.
Do you want to say that you feel better now, Anthony? You got it out of your system?
Do you need a hug?
Look, you don't need
Do you want to say sorry to James Taylor?
That's what I need.
Do you want to apologize to James Taylor? Would
you want some?
You just bring out a bottle of Henny.
Would you
want some?
Anthony, would you like to say to James Taylor that you'd like to make up with him and maybe see him again one day, or no?
I'll do that the day that James Ellsworth wins the Royal Rumble.
But he's not. He didn't win this year, though. You can't.
It's never happening.
Never say never, kid.
Well, maybe.
First of all, his ass has to sign a contract first.
Well, maybe you guys will see each other again. Maybe you will. It was great catching up, right?
Oh no! Hold on. Let me. I got to do a better version.
You gonna do another version?
Hold on. Never say never, kid.
He doesn't speak that deep. He doesn't speak that deep.
Oh my bad.
Can you do his voice yelling?
My bad.
And by the way, big congratulations.
Never say never, kid.
Well, we're not going to beep you on that, but we do want to give a big round of applause because Mr. Kron himself has reached the magic 1,000 subscriber milestone. This man, he got to 1,000. I mean, good man. We're going to honor him on Friday. I hope you join the conversation. And I hope, Anthony, you'll be here. Be polite. Thank Mr. Kron for allowing you to be there with him at that historic summer.
Much love, Kron. Much love, Kron.
Yes,
I love you. That's my boy.
Good.
Good.
A good man.
We good. We good. Yeah.
You,
a good man that I'm still waiting for my match against.
Well, he's got to try to go out and return to the ring. So let him try to do that. Let him focus on that. Well, you focus on, talking to Jake and, maybe working on Massachusetts,
But Jake.
Let's go.
All right. So let's do some business. All right. And I'm saying doing business with you for the simple fact that I'm going to talk to you and you talk to your bookers. That's what good talent does. So first of all, night one, me versus Kyle Shelby, so I can whip that panty wearing fucking bitch's ass.
Yeah.
This might be the most goated episode. It might be.
I think Jake was on Monday's show was pretty good.
That was no, his show was phenomenal.
Hey, Jake.
He had 37 people on the live stream. Let's be honest. He had 37.
No. For if we're talking live viewership, that was crazy.
He's 37 alive.
When I
mean,
saw it blow up to 37, my shit, like, I blew my mind.
he
That blew
beat
my
Rhino.
mind.
He beat Rhino. Rhino had
I know.
31.
Hey, look.
that was
I'll
crazy.
admit. I was one of those 37. Just so I can
Same.
go back.
I saw the
Just so-
numbers
just-
keep going.
Hold on, whoa. Just so that way I can go back to the part where you put my name in your mouth.
Well, I
because
made sure
got a
to put it on
message.
Instagram tonight so you could remember.
I
it.
mean, I got a message.
If we're being real, Steele, when you originally challenged me, I wasn't on the live stream, so you had my name in your mouth originally first.
You're right. But when I get a message that my name gets brought up, I'm like Joe Hendry. Say my name and I appear. Alright? So just like I was saying his name tonight, and he showed up at number 15. And I ain't gonna give a. I don't give a freak. I was a mark. So look, I don't care.
Dear Lord.
Hold on. You know what? Let's do this.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Anthony? What do you want to do? You want to apologize to Jake? That's a great idea. Great idea. I would
I think that's
apologize
what
to
I
Jake.
do. I can sense it. I can feel it.
This is a
disturbance in the force.
You want to become born again? I mean, do you want to maybe find Jesus? Do you want to? I mean, I don't know what.
There we go.
What?
Well, I'm just gonna be me for right now. I'm just me. So I'm just me. But
you might have to go in the Hall of Fame again for this show, Anthony. I might have to if you be in a better
let's
behavior.
fucking go. Can I go in the Hall of Fame for the most bleeps in a Sportswire episode?
I think you're gonna get the most bleeps in history. It's not even a question about that. That's just
definitely
hands
triple
down.
digits already.
All right. Let's go. Jake, you ready?
What's up?
All right, I'm gonna set the record. You ready?
Well, I have to find my battery now, so you're lucky. You're gonna
Fuck, shit, cunt, ass, bitch, whore, fucking
Oh
pussy.
my god. My poor mom. Holy
Bars.
He got muted. He got muted now. There you go.
No, I'm just.
There you go.
My mom just tunes in, the first thing she. The first thing she hears.
But look.
What's up?
Dakota said, "How many times did Anthony beep tonight?" I'm sure somebody will count tonight. I'm sure
like
somebody.
triple digits.
Hey, look, more times than Jake had viewers on his stream the other night.
Yeah, I mean, Kato was
wow.
here yesterday. I think we used, Kato was here. I used it a couple of
Like
times.
tripled
Like
it.
Kato was it was like a laid back environment. You tonight were not laid back, Anthony. You were like,
Nah.
people were messaging me or upset.
But let me.
You put people's feelings in a chokehold.
Pretty much, I would say that. Yeah, pretty much.
Did I ruffle Kyle Shelby's bra and panties?
No, I'm a
so
Kyle
sorry.
supporter. No,
I'm so
I didn't hear
sorry.
from him.
I'm so
Kyle,
sorry.
I didn't hear from him, but I'm a supporter of his. I want to put that out there.
I mean, he's also a prime supporter of the new intergender match that is coming to 2K25. For the simple fact that he can create himself with a bra and a panties on. So
You're gonna get canceled.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I've been canceled. What do you mean? I've been canceled.
Bro, they're gonna come for your neck. Oh, shit.
Like, look, bro. All I'm gonna say is this: is tonight. I'm having a go tonight. I finally got to be me for the first time in a long time, where I can say what I need to get off my chest, and shooting the shit with you, both of you, was phenomenal. I love talking with Jake. He always brings the best out of me, just as like I think I bring the best out of Jake. Comatose, I love going back and forth with you. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. I 100% now with the understanding and getting confirmation. I will not say from who about Aaron Blaze. I am going to love trolling Aaron Blaze for the rest of my life. For the simple fact that I will. Hey, here you go.
Don't do it.
I will. I'm gonna say something for the first time in my life, Jake.
Uh-oh.
Come with us. I'm gonna say something for the first time in my life.
Oh boy.
Aaron Blaze, you're a trampoliner that needs to stay on the trampoline because you have no business being in the ring.
I do not endorse that statement. He has done a lot of things. And we want to leave that at that. So I like Aaron, and
Don't get me
I'm
in
a fan of
trouble.
his.
What the fuck?
We'll leave that at that.
So please. So
The fuck?
hey, look.
I gotta go back in April.
Getting Jake to break character. You gotta give me props on that. Not many people.
You got
can
that
get Jake
Mamba
to break.
mentality, obviously. We got that Mamba mentality.
Hey, look, but well,
Bro, I didn't even come in here in character. You had me baffled.
So
bamboozled.
And James Marshall, what did you miss? Nothing tonight. You just didn't miss anything. Anthony Steele was just talking about, who he felt that he had.
Your hairline from 2005.
No, he's
move
move on, Anthony.
No one's safe if don't even comment anymore. He's on your neck.
No, I think you can comment. And we're on Sportswire still. Dakota, no, we're on Sportswire. So we do hope that the Five-Town Sound. We hope that the Five-Town Sound women's soccer team still comes tomorrow on the show.
This is what we like to call Sportswire after dark. Thank you very much.
Well, 12-12. So theoretically, you could say we're after dark, but you're always after dark, Anthony.
You're right.
I know I'm right.
But it's when you make an ass out of yourself, Aaron Blaze, you're bound to get shitted on. Cause come on, I gotta finally take my time and actually get people to understand what I'm talking about.
After hours. Thank you, Mr. Cron.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you. Come again.
So, Blaze, you're supposed to be this big name, this marquee player that everyone is supposed to want on their show. And I'm not even going to name names at this point because there's been so many people that I've talked to that has worked with you that literally agrees you have no reason being in a ring.
He did very well against Jack Delta in RWW. I will continue to say that he did very well.
Listen. When you have Jack Delta and Aaron Blaze who work so much together at the time, of course they're gonna have a good match.
They had never worked a match though before.
Yeah, they have.
They've
worked. Okay, probably not a match, but they've worked together in multiple companies. Because here, let me give you a history lesson.
I know you're gonna say.
I think it's like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, before I started traveling. Oh wait, actually, maybe not 4 years ago. But yeah, 2021. Jack Delta and Aaron Blaze were the two people that told me start traveling, then come talk to me. Because those two have worked together in multiple companies. Now, working together in ring, I don't know. I didn't watch the product.
Well, he was a fan of Jack Delta's. He got into the yard because he watched him.
But for people to personally come tell me when you work on a trampoline, you're good. Okay, I've never stepped foot on a trampoline and done trampoline wrestling a day in my life, so I can't say if I'm good or if I'm bad. The only time I can say I did trampoline wrestling, I was 8 years old in the backyard of my house. I didn't post it on YouTube.
Well,
don't think I'm shitting on every trampoline wrestler. I'm not. I'm saying for a dude like that. I'm talking about a dude who goes from the trampoline, says he knows so much. He knows how to work a match. He can work a match perfectly fine. And then goes into a match and asks, "What do we do next? Well, what's next?"
Maybe he did that for safety reasons.
What spot are we supposed to do? When you go over this multiple times, and it happens multiple things, and then you're labeled a stiff worker. You're labeled a stiff. Hold on, Tom. Please let me say this because it has to be said. You're labeled a stiff worker.
Damn.
Dude, if you face me and you were a stiff worker, dude, I have what is called, a lot of
Does
people
he
know
get
this.
in the
It's
chat?
called I call this the baseball rule. Because 3
Okay.
strikes you're out. First one, I'm gonna give it to you. Because when you're in the heat of the moment, Jake, you understand this. Comatose, you understand this. When you're in the heat of the
Yeah.
moment, sometimes one slips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I
So
agree.
cool. I'll let it roll off. Heat of the moment. If it happens again, I'm gonna give you that warning. Calm down, relax. Let's get back to the pace of the match where it needs to be, and don't stiff again. You do it a third time, I don't care. As I said to Comatose, you can hit me with a Canadian destroyer. I'm no selling that move, and I'm rocking you in your shit.
Somewhere
I don't care.
Both from Ali is playing in your stereo.
So like I will Francis Ngannou punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
Would you want to wrestle
Uh,
Aaron Blaze? Is that what really your whole thing is? Would you like to wrestle him in a
If
match?
if I okay here, this ain't Anthony Steele talking. This is Anthony Holloway talking to Aaron Blaze. If I faced you, Blaze, dude, I would humiliate you.
But you have
Because I
no
would
personal issue
no
with
no no
him.
hold on. I will expose to the world that you don't know how to work a match. You would be one of the you would be a lesson to everyone. Because I'm not that type of guy that just does that for no reason. I have to have a reason. And a guy like you is one of the biggest reasons to do it.
Well, you have history.
Because
You're both travelers. I mean, I think you would
it's not
naturally
even
make
about that.
sense.
It's not even about that. It's about the fact that this dude was traveling before me. Competing with all these companies. And you get put over by all these companies, these trampoline companies. But when you step into a company that has a ring, and then you have the guys that you work with in a ring go back and say you're stiff and you can't work a match properly, and then you want to gloat that you're one of the best, you're a headline. No, the headline is Aaron Blaze fucking sucks.
I'm just laughing at the censor at this point. So
I mean, well, we had to censor because unfortunately I missed that by a second. But the point is like, look, you can say what you want, but I got to censor you with the profanity words. That's just the way it goes. But I mean, have you worked? Have you been a lot?
Aaron Blaze is trash. He's dog water. He's unprofessional, to say the
Have
least.
you been in a locker room with him though before?
No, but some really close friends have. Some really close friends have worked matches with this man.
I mean, look, I don't know. I like him. He's been here. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not gonna. Look, I'm gonna say the same thing I've told you since day one, Tom.
Yes,
I'm not gonna tell you who you can and cannot have on your show. This is your show.
obviously.
You give me the opportunity to grace this screen and
We
do
love
what I do
having you
best,
here.
and that is talk.
We love having
But
you here.
at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and keep my mouth shut about certain aspects that need to be said. Because for, again, someone like me who's made a career out of not only exposing phony people, I'm trying to keep it PG. I'm trying
I
so hard.
appreciate that. But I sense there's a different personal frustration with him than James. Because I think deep down you and James are friends.
That's okay. Here you go. Let's break kayfabe, guys. Y'all want to break kayfabe with Anthony Steele?
Oh boy.
James and me are cool. I respect.
I kind of got the sense of that when he comes on.
I respect the dude. He respects me. Yes, I've gotten him a lot of the bookings that he's gotten, but still, like, that's what people do. But with Aaron Blaze, like, for me to respect you, you got to show to me that you deserve my respect. And for you to come out here, you can be one of the top trampoline wrestlers of all time. Mm-hmm. You're not Fuego del Sol. You're not going to make a name for yourself on a trampoline and then headline one of the biggest one of the biggest shows in the entire world.
Well, he's on his way in April. We'll see how he does. I mean, you got to give
Hey,
him a
look,
shot.
you can be on your way, dude. If you're gonna be there in April, I'll be there in April.
Okay, well, you know what? That's interesting. I mean,
if you, I don't know who We Love Wrestling is, but cool. Thank you for the respect.
Well,
Blaze,
earlier comments
Blaze,
weren't.
this is a challenge. This is a challenge to you. If you show up to BTW in April, I'll show up to BTW in April. If you step in that ring, I'll step in that ring with you.
And if he shows
prove to me in that ring, Blaze, that you are as great as you say you are. Because if it comes back, and I will be the first person. Jake can verify this. Comatose can verify this. Any person that knows me can verify this. You step in the ring with me and you do dog shit, I'm going to expose you for the phony you are.
All right, so let's go with this then. Whether it's in NEW or BTW, you have a match with him, and then at that point you can assess what you think. That a reasonable statement to say that if it's in NEW, if it's in IMF, if it's in BTW, or anywhere you'd like to have a match, then from that standpoint, you can reevaluate or assess some of your feelings. And if it's a great match, you guys might hit it off. I mean, that's, I think, fair, right? Reasonable. Yeah. And obviously, you and Jake and Comatose can have matches same ways. You guys could go out there in the ring. A lot of people would like.
Here's the thing. And
yes.
It's just me. This is Anthony Holloway. I respect these two individuals.
I could see that.
Personally and professionally.
Yes, I could see that.
I respect these individuals. Because Jake goes out there and he shows that he knows what he's doing. I've never been contacted by someone that says Jake is unprofessional, he's unsafe, and he's a stiff worker.
Well, I met Gabe Sayers in person, and all he,
I have never met or talked to someone that has worked with Comatose and said this.
And Gabe's the reason I'm speaking to Jake, because Gabe's the guy that told me, I think you should talk to Jake Dvorak and his company, NEW. So, yeah, I agree with you, Jake's. And in fact,
so it is your company, so you can make the fucking choice.
Well, it was.
He exposed you. It
was last year, his company. Have you been watching storylines? Because the company now is Justin Abel Sane and the board of directors. If you watch the product last year, he was in control of the company. Justin Abel Sane took control of it. Watch the product. That was what last year he was in control. Justin's in control now. I don't know what I'm saying that's anything wrong. He was in control of it last year. Justin's the one that's in control of it with the board of directors.
I'm clipping it. I'm clipping it and I'm posting it. And when I do it,
and it's the board of directors and Justin Abel Sane who control the company.
We ain't even going. I'm not even putting that part in. I'm putting the part that it's his company, and that's where it's going to stay.
And then I'll put the clip up where in the full length of it, where I'll say that was last year, and that's a factual. If you watch the storylines, I watch every week. That will verify that.
But he's okay. So if we're going to base it off that, last year I issued the challenge to Jake.
Well, that
was last year. That was last year, right? And we're gonna use that terminology, Jake. That was you owned it last year. I challenged you last year.
We talked for like three different opportunities.
Maybe I wanted to do what James Taylor did. Maybe I wanted to fight you for the company.
Well, James Taylor owns ROEW. Do you want to go to ROEW? He's the owner of that company. Why don't you ask James Taylor, Anthony, that, Jake and Comatose don't own their company. So to be fair, you can't do anything with them. James owns ROEW. Why don't you just ask him, I want to go wrestle a match in ROEW? I'm sure James.
I just got one question. Jake. Is the pool still there?
It can be.
No, it's winter. It's February 1st.
That's some bougie ass shit.
Can you make it just like it was?
That's badass.
You close the pool.
That way. When can you make it just like it was? So that way, when I come up there, and
They
face
closed the
Kyle
pool
Shelby.
off. They closed it off.
Face, I will toss Kyle Shelby in there after the match.
I'll do what I can, Anthony. I'll do what I
You
can.
know what? While we're here, there's a lot of people here still, and he's here. He's been gracious enough with his time. Hit the sub button for NEW. It's Justin Abel Sane's company. He's having a lot of problems right now in his company with the board of directors. Go hit the sub button for NEW.
That sounds like a him problem. Maybe Jake should take over ownership again.
Well, Justin's had some problems, and that's a different show for a different time. I'll let Justin.
Maybe you should give it. Maybe you should give it over to Power Surge. It seems like a lot of people are scared of Power Surge.
Power Surge barely beat Kato. We're not going down that road. Kato was here yesterday.
Hey, hold on. What is in the wrestling world? What do we say, guys? A win is a win, right?
That's true.
A win is a win.
But okay.
A win is a win.
I'll read some of the comments.
Hey, Bailey only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. All right, so.
Well, and yes, DKW is at 1K. Maybe Anthony, you got a lot of people that want to say, and congratulations, Dakota hit 500 subscribers. Hit a sub for her. She just reached 500. Congratulations to her. Thank you, Dakota. It is a family show. Appreciate that. Anthony's on Instagram. Give him a follow. He could use some more followers. Also, by the way, BTW is here. Management wanted to say hello to you, so management's listening. They're listening.
Contact me, Ryan.
I'll tell Anthony, if I have to, I'll tell management to contact you. All right, is that fair?
Oh my god!
And I'll tell Justin Abel saying
I've tried.
I'll tell them. I'll tell Justin Abel saying to
try harder. Try harder.
Try harder, man. Man, I got my own damn channel to worry about.
Just when I thought I was going to give you my phone number, now I'm not.
I got 3,000 people in my town to feed, man. I don't got time to be talking to wrestlers all day.
Joe is on YouTube. Give him a sub. We appreciate him. He's got a podcast coming up, new shows. I'm sure these two guys will be on there. Drago was here earlier. He did want to say hello. Catching up on some comments. You will not challenge Omen Black at the King of Palo. Anthony, you must not be very smart. Last time I checked, you're a pup in the house full of thank you very much. We'll bleep that. IMF is getting wild.
Where's the button for him? Where's the button for it?
I didn't even repeat his word. But
That's
Sean
racist.
Sean Jovi's birthday is Wednesday. Sean Jovi's
he's Samoan and I'm white.
Sean Jovi's
white. What?
Sean Jovi.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. Sean Jovi's birthday is Wednesday. Everybody's invited to say hello. You can say hello to him on the stream. He'll be here around 8 or 8:30. So he'll be here. He's having a party. So Anthony, you can be invited. Just hopefully you be certainly Anthony Steele like. James Taylor was here.
I'll bring this so he can remember what he lost.
Who else we want to set up? Congratulations to Mr. Cron. Robbie Ryan from Australia, from Wrestling Zero. Love our Wrestling Zero fans.
You see this, Jake?
And also here, Steele wants to get in the pool with Aaron Blaze. I'm going to leave that at that.
Hey, when's the last time you held something like this?
Huh?
You said when?
Just like a few weeks ago.
Actually, Anthony, I got Jake. That means I'm holding. I'm going to tell you why. Because of all the Hall of Famers, he's won the most championships, technically. He's actually held the most championship belts of any Hall of Famer. So I would actually say... How many titles have you held? Technically 49, I believe it is. About 49.
Something like that, yeah.
About 49. It's about 49 championships.
How old are you?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's the best answer. Yes.
32.
32. You're close.
No comment. So James is having management problems. Jack Delta may wrestle again. It's up to Jack Delta. We'll leave. We'll find out. You know
what I get to say this year? You know what I get to say at the end of this year?
All right. What do you want to say?
Because I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it at 11:59.
We got 7 minutes. We're gonna let everybody go here after this. But what do you want to say?
On 11:29 at 11:59. On December 28th, I'm gonna look at everybody. I'm like, what's better than 24? And then when it hits midnight, I'm gonna be like, I'm 25.
Well, you'll have a birthday party here. We'll invite everybody. And Zilla's got a crush on other people, and that's good. Happy about Zilla, But you and Zilla are good, by the way. Before we go,
congratulations. Oh, we're good.
Everything's good with you and Zilla?
That caught me off guard so quick. I was like, what?
That's why I wanted to do that. And you and Nolan Money McDermott, I saw you guys met, by the way. I saw you guys meet.
Yeah.
I saw you met on STBW TV, who I was one of the people watching in the chat. And
bro, I've never seen someone try so hard to be me in my life. And I was
I'm so happy you could do a Make-A-Wish donation.
I didn't recognize him without the hat. He took the hat on. I was like, I couldn't believe him without the hat.
Bro, I'm gonna expose it. I'm gonna expose it. I come to IMF. I show up to IMF. You know, I'm ready to train. You know, show the STBW boys what I can do.
Yeah.
What up? Side note, what up, baby?
Zilla's
so-
here. Yeah, I know you want to say what's up, baby,
No.
to Zilla.
That is not wow, dude. You're gonna get me killed. No, that's not what I was
Yeah.
talking to. That beautiful woman right there, Miss Michaela Cohan.
Zilla is a beautiful woman.
That's all you, buddy. That's all you.
Hey, bro.
Hey, hold on.
Sorry,
Secret.
bro.
Whoa. Secret between me and you. Maybe you can ask Zilla what Aaron Blaze asked you and your girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I'm sorry. I'm a troll.
All right, go ahead. Finish the Nolan
I
Money
love-
McDermott story.
I
before
love
we
you.
go.
I love you, boss.
All right.
So-
Finish the Nolan
love-
McDermott story.
Much love, boss. Much love. So
I've been trying to keep my damn mouth shut about Aaron this entire time.
Give us
bro.
the Nolan Money McDermott story before we
I
all go.
walk in the door, and the first thing I hear is, "Hey, Anthony," and I'm like, "What?" I literally just walked in, and they were like, "Guess who's trying to do the South of Heaven?" And I'm like, let me take a wild guess. And I was like, Nolan. They're like, yeah. I was like, was it good? And they're like, no. I was like, I looked at it, I was like, dude, I've never seen someone try so hard to be me. Like, for real. I've never seen someone
It
try
reminds
so
you
hard
of
to
the
be
It's like
Linkin
looking in the
Park
mirror,
song.
a Funhouse
Yeah.
one.
It reminds you of that Linkin Park song. It doesn't even matter
Wonder,
how hard I
Tried so hard and got so
I
far.
think that was in the end, right? Was that in the end? Right?
Yeah.
That remind you of that, Anthony?
No, I think in the back of his mind, the song that was playing was, "'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you."
Oh
Did
my
you- now, did you
God.
get an autograph?
Evil
Did you get an
are.
autograph request? Did you get an ask for an autograph? A photo?
Dude, I mean, if he wanted an autograph, I'd sign it.
You would sign it?
As Eminem, I'll write it on a starter cap.
Yeah. Yup. Yup. I was
But
just about to
but
say
look,
that shit.
look, Jake over here, like, what did I walk into?
That's what we're trying to fix. So Nolan Money McDermott, you're impressed with him in the ring? We're gonna help
No.
him out a little more? No?
Yeah. Hey, there's one dude. If anyone from SCBW is watching, one dude I would love to
Oh.
work with, and
Oh.
I believe that I can train and he can get
Oh.
it down. It's Tyler Fury.
But Tyler's been in the ring. He's had Felix Jones. He's been there with Thomas McEntee. So, he's Levi McDaniel's been mentoring him. So yeah, Tyler's on his
why I
way.
said. That's why I said if I can get in the ring with him, train him a little bit. Dakota too.
Dakota, yes,
I feel
Dakota.
like
Yep.
I feel I tried to train Nolan. Maybe he was just being hard headed that day, but I'll try again. Maybe second time's the charm. I hope
Okay.
it's not a third time, because then after 3 times you're out.
All right, so maybe Nolan will learn. Maybe he'll get it. Give him a chance. He's trying. Let's give everybody a
I'll-
chance, right? He's
Can
trying.
you pull up the last comment?
I'll pull it up because Anthony might train. All right, that's nice. You might want to train.
Look, I don't mind training anybody. I really don't. Will I say that I'm the best trainer in the world? No, but will I train you what you need to know? Yes, 100%.
good.
I
That's
know the logistics. I know where to place someone on on a level basis of wrestling. And I don't mind working with anybody. If you need to work on your mic skills, I'll work on your mic skills. As you can see, I'm one of the most over talkers that there are. Like I I don't mind helping because, again, I was in that place where, I wasn't over. I didn't get to be like I am right now on Sportswire Radio. And
back in
for people that
TPW, you had that big match with B Smooth, by the way. More TPW stuff at it. Jake was right.
let's talk. I completely forgot about that. Let's talk about that real quick.
I got it from Rocky was here earlier, by the way.
Since Jake wants to talk shit about me being in promoing, press the button. Do it. I know you want to do it.
No, not yet. You haven't cursed. I can't do it.
Oh, I did. I literally just did. So I got the choice to have my first match back in TPW. I got to pick the match type and my opponent, and I was like, you know what? And Jake, you could probably respect this. Why not on my farewell tour, on my farewell run, rewrite history? But it really wasn't rewriting it; it was replaying it. Because the first match I ever did inside the doors of TPW was a live match against B Smooth, and I beat him.
I had B Smooth. I've had him on.
So, I'll save y'all the trouble of going to watch the video. His favorite team is the Vikings, so I have an Adrian Peterson jersey that I told him the thing that they have in common is they have so much skill but can never get the job done when needed. And then I blew my nose in said jersey. He called me a movie star, and I was like, thanks, and and then he started complimenting me, and I was like, are you trying to take me on a date? So I offered him some perfume. And actually, I would. You're on a computer, so I'm not trying to have y'all sit through that whole thing. But
because promo, for those that don't know, promo wrestling can be like a 5-6 minute promo depending on who your opponent is.
Yeah,
I've watched.
And I just told him straight up,
wrestling.
like, you should do it. If you like cutting promos like me, do it. It's literally,
I'm one of the best in the yard at cutting promos. Not even a question.
Rocky's always looking for people. Rocky is always looking for people. I like Rocky.
If I came to promo wrestling, that would be something else.
Yeah, because then you'd have to face me.
And maybe, you and Nolan could go and do promoing. Maybe you can teach Nolan. You want to train Nolan for promoing?
I mean, I can
say maybe in the ring, Steele, but not on a stick.
So be smooth. You were too smooth for him in the promo world. You're on your way to get more gold.
No, hey, no. Because the thing that we used to do is because he used to call himself the Smooth Criminal.
Yes, I know. I had him on here. I interviewed him.
And so my favorite line that I've ever said to him is the same line that I'm going to repeat here. And I don't know how this didn't get me canceled. I said, you're a smooth criminal. And I was like, but the difference is I'm from the city. I'm not a country boy. I'm not going to take you out back. I'll take you in the middle of the street and blow your brains out. And
I don't. You cannot repeat.
I don't like.
No, you can't even have that on text messages. You're going to jail.
I'll give context to where people don't try to say some stuff. The story was he was trying to be a gangster, and my whole persona was a white boy from the city that was like hung around a bunch of black people. And so he said that we'd have a gunfight, and I just said, well, the only difference is we'll be in the middle of the street, and before you pull out your gun, I'm gonna blow your brains out. And
that man's gonna Mexican standoff him. He's gonna Clint Eastwood him.
Well, dude, I'm not even gonna Clint Eastwood. I'm gonna John Wick him.
Well,
all I need is one pencil, guys.
Anthony, I guess you don't want the WWE people to come here anymore. Are you inviting them not to come back to Sportswire? Are you inviting them? Are you telling Rhino and Savio Vega not to come back? Are you telling the other names?
It was a story. Hey, look, it was a storyline that both of us talked about. Both of us confirmed, and that I made sure he was okay with everything because that's the thing with promoing is, you always ask your opponent what you can and cannot speak about, for the simple fact that if you cross the line, it can turn into real life stuff.
Yes, as you've done tonight.
just like
For real.
fuck Aaron Blaze.
Ooh. Oh, golly, man.
But Aaron Blaze sucks. How about that? How I didn't cuss.
You said he said something else. There are people here. So
I said Aaron Blaze sucks.
Finish the point, because I think we are going to get ready to wrap the show. To save it's not at this point. It's to save you, Anthony. It's to save you from.
But at this point, here's
It's to save you, Anthony. To save your career right now. What? Finish it up. We want to. I need now.
Be Smooth is one of the guys. This
is my favorite episode.
I will have. If you want to go into the Hall of Fame, I will put you in the Hall of Fame for this episode. But I have to save your career. Now at this point, it's almost like you remember Rocky IV when Stallone was standing there and and Drago's killing Apollo. At this point, now I'm about to throw in the towel, Anthony. So finish it up because I've got the thing here.
Wait, didn't I get it? Hold on, didn't I get a sixth? I think I'm a 6-time Hall of Famer because of TPW.
Well, let's see. You're back in TPW, so maybe that would make you 6 because you're in TPW.
I signed the contract before you inducted him, so therefore I was in TPW.
Okay, so we'll make you a 7-time, but I gotta save you tonight though, because I gotta save you tonight. I'll save you.
Parsley.
Doesn't mean he ties Parsley. Holy crap!
He will tie him, but we gotta save you tonight. Now I have to save you. I think
2 hall monitors. Ooh.
Even Jack Delta saying that GT put a GT.
Wee woo. He said the hall monitor. So all right, I'm gonna end it like this, guys.
Please, to save your career, Anthony. To save your career.
Look, if I just read the last comment and it's completely just shifted my whole thinking process.
That's good news, right? I mean, because you've got, I would assume you have a girlfriend.
Did someone get mad?
No, it was not even that. No offense. I'm not talking bad when I say this.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You might want to stop him before he starts.
Have you seen what I got?
Stop him before he starts. Damn it.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
Let me say this last time. Last two things. One. Hey Delta, you shut your mouth with your broke leg. So first of all,
wrestlers out there with their name in your mouth to get a cheap pop.
That's why I'm saying.
Anthony, you should go into like the hip hop world. You should go and like
that's CM Punk's promo, bro.
You should be like like Necro was or Ill Bill. If you want to go into like the real like white rappers, you should go into that mode. Actually, my cousin knew Necro and Ill Bill in the Glenwood houses in Brooklyn. That's where you should really go. I mean, I don't know if you've been to the Glenwood project, so I can take you on a tour sometime. But yes, Anthony, want to say anything else?
All right. So final 2 things. Please don't press the beep when I say this.
I can't tell. I have to wait to hear it. I have to.
Right. That man has the button on standby.
Anthony, I'm here to protect you.
I know.
I have to protect your promotion. You're a promoter. I'm actually protecting you.
I know. Finish what I was saying. My girl's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal made with milk. That's all I'm gonna say. So
thanks for letting us know.
You're welcome.
God bless you, Anthony. I appreciate that.
And to finish it out, guys, look. If you're gonna talk big game in the wrestling scene, prove it. That's my message for tonight. Prove it.
Yeah.
Don't speak on it when you can't act on it. So I will lay this. This will be the final thing, and I'm gonna say this one last time. Aaron Blaze, if you show up to BTW in April, meet me in the middle of that ring.
All right. Oh, it passes.
Meet me in the middle of the ring.
Acceptable.
And Jake.
Acceptable.
I'm gonna come whoop that ass in
Acceptable.
Massachusetts.
It passes.
Well, I'm gonna say this first. Aaron's meeting me in the ring first before he meets you.
Very acceptable.
I'll come and attack both of you. How about that?
And okay, well, after I beat Aaron, you're 6'4", 300-pound behind can come get this work from a 6 foot, 170-pound man.
Thank you very much. I'm not 300 pounds. I'm 275. Thank you very much.
You know what? I'll let it pass. I don't know how the weight came up, and I'm sorry.
I
that
wish
Mr.
you would
Trump lost
just
his
give me
insurance.
some.
That's
Just
terrible.
give me some.
I
Okay.
did. I said you look like the homeless Bad Bunny. All right.
I said give me some
substance.
weight. Give me some weight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a skinny motherfucker.
Eat.
Please. I'm
Eat.
hungry.
Well,
Eat.
I'm hungry.
Eat. If you're hungry, go eat. If you're hungry, go eat.
Anthony, not everybody has the finances for it, Anthony.
For a person that supposedly is feeding 3,000 people, feed yourself.
How can I do that if I'm feeding 3,000 people?
To take 10 of them
No.
away.
Anthony
10
Steele, do the
people.
math. Do the math. 24 hours. 24 hours divided by 3,000, bro. You do the math. Like for real, bro.
Anthony, I appreciate everything you've done tonight. Let's give Jake and Comatose a final word so we can let people.
Jake, I would like you to go first.
Well, Anthony Steele, I'll quote some of these famous words from this famous wrestler that we know. Pull up or shut up, Anthony Steele.
Yes. And I do want to say hello to Kyle Shelby. Hope he's doing well.
Never say never, kid.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
That's all I needed to say. That's all.
Oh, Tom, can I say one thing? One thing, just to get the laugh, because we haven't done it on Sportswire in so long. Please don't bleep me. It does have the F word. It does have the F word. Don't bleep me, because it is.
Tom had to move he had to move his head to the opposite side of the table.
It is still to this day one of the funniest moments, and I still get texted about it.
Okay.
Jake, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
He tried messaging me too. It was so awkward.
He's back in Illinois.
I know.
And everybody, and I like to say just hello to Kyle. I like to say hello to Kyle. He says hello to everybody. He says hello. He just says hello. That's all he does. He said hello.
You're gonna say hi,
What's up, Kyle?
Anthony?
He said hello, and he left. Well, you know, Anthony, thank you. You know what, Comatose? You have anything you want to say before we sign off? And you want to promote and you want to plug? I mean, you know.
Okay. I'll plug the fact my entire BTW run is coming out every 4 days.
I was in the chat today, by the way. I watched you debut in the Rumble. I was there.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's about all that I can think of.
I try to support, you know, Anthony, just as a reminder, when you were talking about Jake, I'm in most of these companies. I try to watch and support. So before you do talk about the companies, make sure you watch and join us in the chat.
That's fine. I understand that.
Okay, but you're welcome.
Final message. Jake, Comatose, get ready to die. Kyle,
that's a Notorious B.I.G. album.
Kyle, I'm a gift from me and my girl to you for when you show up to ride in the ring. We will bring these for you to where you can have them.
I don't know why that came up, but
and I can I do the outro? Can I do that? Thank you guys for tuning in, and good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are on Sportswire Radio.
Good morning.
Same thing. I did it my way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll thank everybody for tuning in. This was Anthony Holloway, not Anthony Steele. We were joined earlier at one point by a briefcase from Il Drago. We had an hourglass there. We had James Taylor showed up. We had Comatose and Jake Dvorak were here. And thank you, Kyle. Yep, and he'll make another Bansky and everybody else here. And I'll be here.
I'm so sorry.
I do want to remind the old OGs are here Monday. Tribal Cheese, 3:00 Eastern time. Sean Jovi's here at 8 on Wednesday. We've got at 9 on Friday, Darkron, and we've got the 5.
So let me say this. Hey Kyle, I'm gonna keep this real because you're speaking to Anthony Holloway. Don't ever talk about my girl again before you really meet me. Because riding in the ring can't hold that. So
yeah,
take the joke to the chin before you make it personal.
You know what? I'm going to say thank you, everybody, for tuning. Because I can see where this is going between these two guys.
A hotel room will definitely be open when my fist comes down your fucking throat.
Okay,